You want this? Do this. Hi guys, and welcome back to our video tutorials. You probably noticed our showcase page on our website where you can see how many things wpDataTables can do and how you can transform your tables to look beautiful or to fit your needs whatever you're doing. So for today, we planned to show you how you can create one pricing table, and Alexander will help you out.
Okay guys, this is the example number 1 that we will be covering today. When we create the table, this is a simple table. So through here, you would select create a simple table from scratch and click on next. This table has 5 columns and 6 rows. The table is prepared here, so I will just start. Now, we will leave all the data that's included in this tutorial below, so you will be able to copy and paste it, but I'll just show you real quick. I will not be typing this because in order to make the table look like this, you need some custom CSS, and the data will be transformed in here. So let's start. The first column, the first row in the first column is blank. The second row contains data that looks like this. So simply double click and paste, which is like this. Span, style, font size is adjusted here, and this is the data that's going to be showing active projects. Click outside and you will see active projects. The next one is file storage. So copy that, paste it in here, and there it is. So we continue simply copying the data from a prepared file and adding it to the table, to the first column for now, and that's it. Now, these all have the same text color and the same background color, so I will copy that as well. So select these 4 cells, select the text color, paste it, which is already the black color, and the background color should be a bit different, which is right here, and when we paste it, it's saved just like this. So now we move to the second column, which also includes some CSS and the contents of the cell. As you can see, it is blank. So this will allow you to not see anything in the table, but we'll continue adding the data right here and here. The second row is this. As you can see, everything is blank, but we'll use the background color and change this to green, and let's just compare with this. At the moment, it's working fine. So the second row of data should be colored differently, which is this. So now we continue adding the data here. File storage 15. Sorry, file storage should be 1 GB. This is something that you will not be able to see right here. As you can see, this is a check mark. So what we need to do is simply apply this color to all these cells. And now, as I said, you're not able to see this data because we need to use custom CSS for the check marks. So I will copy that and access the settings of wpDataTables, which is seen here. Under custom JS and CSS, paste this data here, which defines the check marks. So when we save the table, we will see the check mark. Now, this free for 30 days is something that should be up here. That's something that I didn't copy correctly. Let me just go back to that. So column number 2 is actually this, free for 30 days. Then we have 15, which is added in here. So active projects is 15, 1 gigabyte. The check mark is there, and the users and reviewers simply unlimited. Below this, there is a link which leads to our pricing. Just like in here, when you click on try it, it leads to wpDataTables/pricing. So this is exactly what we did. Now we can save the changes. So it expands in height. And here we go. Now we simply continue adding the data. So now for the remaining columns, we will simply be adding the data, and we'll speed up this video. So again, we will be speeding up the video so you will see how the data is added, but we don't want the video to last 30 minutes. So let's speed it up. Okay, now that we're done copying the data and pasting it in the table, you can see that it looks pretty much like the table that you see here. So basically, this is about it when it comes to the data entering in the table. The display looks like this. So nothing is checked. The remove borders is unchecked, and in the responsive tab, it's limited to page width and wrap words to new lines. So this is saving currently. And here we go. So what we need to do is simply copy the shortcode and add it to a page. So in here we have the pricing table number 1, which we'll edit with Elementor, and we'll simply add it to the page in order to see how it looks like on the front end. One more thing. In here, there is some CSS that needs to be added to the page, which I'll also copy from the file and add it here. You guys, as mentioned before, will add this data to the video, so you'll be able to copy it yourself and simply follow the tutorial and recreate the same table. So in here, we need to edit wpDataTable and select pricing test 1, update it, and now we can take a look at the table in the front. And here it is. So as you can see, the table is exactly the same as the table in here. It's just that I'm using a wider container, so it's bigger. The columns are actually wider, and we're using the limit table to page width, so it applies the width of the page or the container to the table. So also, as you can see in the back end, the sign up buttons are green, but on the front end they are gray. This is because we've added the custom CSS in here, and it applies only to the front end of this table. So hopefully this will help you guys out to recreate a table that you see in our documentation that you weren't able to recreate because of all the custom CSS that we've added.
Okay, thank you, Alexander.
You're welcome.
Guys, don't worry, all of the necessary files will be in the link below the video. And also, please share us your examples of how did you manage to create a pricing table. So stay tuned. In the next video, we will show you how you can create example number 2.
Yeah.
And while you're there, don't forget to like,
share,
and subscribe. See you in another video.
Take care, guys.
Bye.